Yeah, you put in my name, you trap band. I can't wait in no line, the rose hill. I been getting that SIT, no pill. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Put that bitch on the boat with some new gear. If you think you don't hear me, need new ear. I'ma on the whole lot in like 2 years. Every day a new thing, it's a new feel. I can tie up a spot for some new live. I can wait up the drop for who real. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Ain't the same nigga that you used to know. I been cooking no beef with a smoke pole. Ever since I like poke, I ain't had a soul. She fuck 500, she ain't got no gold. See you mess out the spot with a white nose. Got him sitting out your spot like a light pro. Nigga versus ain't there, what the hype from? She pulled up at 11, that's a night. She dressing up black like a night though. Keep talking about a shooter, nigga, go and swing. Know me some real ones that want me to win. You hear me knocking, nigga, let me in. Thank you for a nigga, hey, he don't want me to trend. Been knocking these hoes down like some pin. Been a 10 in an hour, 10. A dub ain't shit, I spend me a bean. I spent 100 grand for a bitch, and she with a white bitch like she. Yeah, nigga, the Pope level. I'm gonna go back and forth about this shit. Y'all nigga gon' feel me, real me, nigga. GMT rollin' my rich ass, and that new KDV, yeah, that bitch fast. Wanna end it, she slept with her rap ass. Hope you don't got a nigga, I'ma make mad. Put a little pussy boy on that badass. Yeah, if it ain't my name, you trap band. I can't wait in no line, the rose hill. I been getting that SIT, no pill. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Put that bitch on the boat with some new gear. If you think you don't hear me, need new ear. I'ma on the whole lot in like 2 years. Every day a new thing, it's a new feel. I can tie up a spot for some new live. I can wait up the drop for who real. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Ain't the same nigga that you used to know. I been cooking no beef with a smoke pole. Ever since I like poke, I ain't had a soul. She fuck 500, she ain't got no gold. See you mess out the spot with a white nose. Got him sitting out your spot like a light pro. Nigga versus ain't there, what the hype from? She pulled up at 11, that's a night. She dressing up black like a night though. Keep talking about a shooter, nigga, go and swing. Know me some real ones that want me to win. You hear me knocking, nigga, let me in. Thank you for a nigga. You don't got a nigga, I'ma make mad. Put a little pussy boy on that badass. Yeah, if it ain't my name, you trap band. I can't wait in no line, the rose hill. I been getting that SIT, no pill. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Put that bitch on the boat with some new gear. If you think you don't hear me, need new ear. I'ma on the whole lot in like 2 years. Every day a new thing, it's a new feel. I can tie up a spot for some new live. I can wait up the drop for who real. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Ain't the same nigga that you used to know. I been cooking no beef with a smoke pole. Ever since I like poke, I ain't had a soul. She fuck 500, she ain't got no gold. See you mess out the spot with a white nose. Got him sitting out your spot like a light pro. Nigga versus ain't there, what the hype from? She pulled up at 11, that's a night. She dressing up black like a night though. Keep talking about a shooter, nigga, go and swing. Know me some real ones that want me to win. You hear me knocking, nigga, let me in. Thank you for a nigga, hey, he don't want me to trend. Been knocking these hoes down like some pin. Been a 10 in an hour, 10. A dub ain't shit, I spend me a bean. I spent 100 grand for a bitch, and she with a white bitch like she breathing. Can't hit at the club power with no me. 30 rounds clip, jump to a 60. I fucked her, made a tap poke on the titties. Stand on my business, I'm fully committed. Cartier expense on the ice at my bed. Having my jewel, too much money, motion. GMT rolling my rich ass. And that new KDV, yeah, that bitch fast. Wanna end it, she slept with her rap ass. Hope you don't got a nigga, I'ma make mad.
That's why they be mad, bro. I ain't not rich.
That ain't my name, you trap band. I can't win it no line, the rose hill. I been geeking that SIT, no pill. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Put that bitch on the boat with some new gear. If you think you don't hear me, need new ear. I'ma on the whole lot in like 2 years.
Business.
That's a new feel. I can tie up a spot for some new live. I can wait up the drop for who real. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Yeah, I'm a thot. Touch if I got my phone arm in the pack. I'm in myself while you frame me lie. I put that lingo down, why I lie? Trip, now you nigga getting her in. Bulletproof vest with that blick in her hand. Nigga can't drop me like a bitch in her hand. Heard a nigga lost where you been that queen. Got rest in your motherfucking soul and they breathe. They got a big title, can't move like no cheat. Repent and represent right on my feet. Back to the beat, can't try me like children. I'm having my mother. The youngest little nigga, I know I'm too wet, but that why he ain't by the hoes. He get your brother, he going too wet. He get your brother, he moving too wet. Just keep it coaching and smooth with us. A year ago, nigga, what rule with us? Fuck it, these niggas ain't grow up with a poke. Remember sharing clothes, chilling door to door. Lonely Mexico, he knew we bout to blow. Way before the fame, he bought her down the road. GMT rolling my rich hand. And that new KDV, yeah, that bitch fat. Wanna end it, she slept with her rap ass. Hope you don't got a nigga, I'ma make mad. Put a little pussy boy on that badass. Say that ain't my name, you trap band. I can't wait in no line, the rose hill. I been geeking that SIT, no pill. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Put that bitch on the boat with some new gear. If you think you don't hear me, need new ear. I'ma on the whole lot in like 2 years. Every day a new thing, it's a new feel. I can tie up a spot for some new live. I can wait up the drop for who real. I can wait up the drop for who real. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Ain't This ain't nigga that you used to know. I been cooking no beef with the smoke pole. Ever since I like pro, I ain't had a soul. She fuck for 500, she ain't got no gold. See you mess out the spot with a white nose. Got him sitting out your spot like a light pro. Nigga versus ain't there, what the hype for? She pulled up at 11, that's a night. She dressing up black like a night though. Keep talking about the shooter, nigga going skin. Know me some real ones that want me to win. You hear me knocking, nigga? Let me in. They can fuck nigga, hey, he don't want me to trend. We knocking these hoes down like some pin. Been a 10 in an hour, 10. A dub ain't shit, I spend me a bean. I spent 100 grand for a bitch. And she with a white bitch, like she breathing. Can't hit the club power with on me. 30 round clip, jump to a 60. I fucked the made a tap poke on the titties. Stand on my business, I'm fully committed. Cartier spits on the ice at my bin. Having my jewel, too much money, motion. OMT rolling my rich head. And then new KDV, yeah, that bitch fast. Wanna end it, she slept with her rap ass. Hope you don't got a nigga, I'ma make man.
That's why they be mad, bro. I ain't not rich.
I can't win it, no line, no roses. I been geeking that SRT, no fear. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Put that bitch on the boat with some new gear. If you think you don't hear me, need new hill. I'ma on the whole line like 2 years.
Business.
It's a new feel. I can tie up a spot for some new live. I can wet up the drop for who real. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm a dad. Tasha, I got my phone arm in the pack. I'm in myself while you brain me lie. I put that lingo down, why I lie? Trip. Now you nigga getting her in. Bulletproof vest with that blick in her in. Nigga can't trip me like a bitch in her in. Her nigga lost where you been that pink. Got rest of your motherfucking soul and they breathe. They got a big cabin, can't move like no cheat. Repent and represent right on my feet. Back to the beat, can try me like children. I'm having my mother. The youngest little nigga, I know I'm too wet, but that why he ain't by the hoes. He get your brother, he going too wet. He get your brother, he moving too wet. He ain't got no gold. See you mess out the spot with a white nose. Got him sitting out your spot like a light pro. Nigga versus ain't there, what the hype for? She pulled up at 11, that's a night. She dressing up black like a night though. Keep talking about the shooter, nigga going skin. Know me some real ones that want me to win. You hear me knocking, nigga? Let me in. They can fuck nigga, hey, he don't want me to trend. We knocking these hoes down like some pin. Spend a 10 in an hour, 10. A dub ain't shit, I spend me a bean. I spent 100 grand for a bitch. And she with a white bitch, like she breathing. Can't hit the club power with on me. 30 round clip, jump to a 60. I fucked the made a tap poke on the titties. Stand on my business, I'm fully committed. Cartier spits on the ice at my bin. Having my jewel, too much money, motion. OMT rolling my rich head. And then new KDV, yeah, that bitch fast. Wanna end it, she slept with her rap ass. Hope you don't got a nigga, I'ma make man.
That's why they be mad, bro. I ain't not rich.
References the fact that he was convicted and that he's awaiting sentencing. There's no news.
If you think you don't hear me, need new hill. I'ma on the whole line like 2 years.
Business. Larger exposure in federal court for non-crime. You're going to self-follow that as well. Will that be on top of the 35 years? In any event, here we are. InnerCityPress.com. You'll find it online. Matthew Russell Lee, New York State Court. It's going to be a short one. EternalCampaign is a tax attorney was sentenced to 35 years in prison for the death. It was called manslaughter trial. The death of Ronald McChatter, the injuring of Troy Ave, and a few others. He blamed it, Daryl Campbell did, all on Troy Ave for attacking those who criticized his music. He said he managed a gun to discover the threat. Three family members in the McChatter spoke, and the judge imposed Judge Scott imposed 35 years. Longer reports to follow. Here we are, Matthew Russell. Wanna end it, she slept with her rap ass. You don't got a nigga, I'ma make man. Put a little pussy doing it badass. Ain't put in my name, you trapping. I can't win it, no line, no roses. I been geeking that SRT, no fear. I'ma do to my nigga like show live. Put that bitch on the road with some new gear. If you think you don't hear me, need new hill. I'ma on the whole line like 2 years. Every day I'm new things.
God damn!
I can't tell the rest of the I can win up the drop for me. I do to my nigga like show live.
Lesson learned. Let's talk about lessons learned. Lessons.
I'ma just get out alive because I ain't trying to be kicked out the bitch again.
Taxstone should not have been at that venue if he had any idea that Troy Ave was going to be there. Should not be there. Troy Ave also, with his ego, initiated possibly an altercation that at the end of the day still got somebody killed. That doesn't make one less innocent than the other. The argument that, oh, well, Troy Ave set it off, so you gotta blame him. That's not how it works in the legal system. He wasn't supposed to have a gun in that venue. I believe the harsh sentence is because it's New York City. There's going to be several lawsuits to follow. By the way, Troy Ave is suing Live Nation. Live Nation, they were running the event. A gun got brought in the venue. Apparently, Taxstone was going from left to right, trying to figure out a way how to get in the venue without being searched. So he deliberately carried that gun. Banger is dead. Troy Ave also, even though he cooperated, he will be serving some time. And for all intents and purposes, Taxstone's life is over. Just like that. Very horrible case. This Taxstone case has taught me one thing, and I knew from the jump. I rather a lot of times when niggas say, "Oh, you not outside," niggas want to see you crash. You ever heard any of these motherfuckers say, "Yo, Ack, you not outside"? No, you don't see me with the rappers. I go outside. But if I'm critical of motherfuckers, or I'm over here, like for example, I'll give you a quick example. Dirk, me and Dirk, we've been texting, we cool to center, right? Dirk came to Jersey to perform 2 days ago. Dirk was performing in Atlantic City. On the bill is Metro Boomin. Now, really, I don't really got no problem with Metro Boomin, but clearly he don't like me. I know if I say, "Oh, Dirk, give me some tickets," I know I'm gonna be backstage, being in the mix, whatever. But here's the thing. I'm a fan at that point. I'm showing up to your concert. Metro Boomin's on the lineup. He is a performer that's gonna be on the lineup. I say, why even put myself or even him in that situation? Now, granted, maybe it's I think there's a great likelihood nothing happens, but why even do that? Why even do that? You get what I mean? So I say, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna catch Dirk on one of like his solo performances. Because that's how that Taxstone Troy Ave thing happened. Troy Ave's he's invited by T.I. to perform. You're a blogger hanging out in the back with the cool guys. Well, eventually, you know it's gonna come to a head. Yo, y'all seen each other? Y'all been talking shit about each other and nothing happened? These are decisions you gotta make. This is the reason why I personally pride myself on not hanging out with rap niggas. And that might be used against me because people look at it like, well, maybe you're just not cool enough. Nah, I get invited to everything. I just make that decision not to go. Because when you go, you got to be aware of, and I'm not sitting here as woe is me. I'm sitting here as people like me, Charlemagne, Taxstone, anybody who talks and actually has an opinion, or you could call it talking shit. You got to be aware of this. There's some niggas that won't, like, put it like this. If they said Freddie Gibbs and I don't know, whoever was doing some shit, and I wouldn't just show up there unless I'm planning to fight it out with them. It's just not going to happen. You get what I mean? You can't just go to places thinking, it's just, so again, you have to make sure you're moving accordingly, especially, these are the risks you take, but these are also the precautions you have to take as well. Now, I say that to say this. I know Tax was a little bit newer in comparison to like a lot of shit with the industry, but Tax knew what he was doing. The moment Tax said, I needed a gun to go in there, Tax do it. Let's go. That decision, along with another man's ego, who probably said, yo, there's 3 of us, there's 1 of him. It now led to one person dying, Tax getting 35 years. Again, I'd rather they say I ain't outside because you don't see me. And by the way, you do see me with like rappers at times, but shit, I make sure I pick my spots, nigga. I'm not everywhere with everybody. Because again, when you run into some of these people, like for example, let me give an example. Okay, when me and Meek wasn't seeing eye to eye, there'll be events I'd be invited to that Meek I know was going to be there. And here's the thing, is one thing if you're showing up as a guest, so like, oh, he might just show up as a guest. If Meek is scheduled to perform, my nigga, like at that point, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not a rapper. I'm not getting on stage to rap. You're a visitor. So at that point, like, nigga, you gotta move around a little bit, my nigga. Especially if you're going to where the nigga's about to work. That's why I use the Metro Boomin shit. Like, I don't think Metro on shit. But you're going to where that nigga finna work at. And that's why I think, some people contextualize this like, oh no, Troy Ave was sending, Troy Ave was doing a lot of fuck shit back then. That's a fact. He was getting people to beat up journalists. He was getting people to drag McConan off stage. That's a fact. But that doesn't mean you go to where he's invited to come perform, which is work, and you got a gun on you and there's a confrontation. So again, that's as much. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of the whole shit. I'm going to be honest though. When Tax was out here, and I got to say this because I don't want to be a hypocrite, niggas like me was looking at Tax like, yeah, Tax. Because Tax was like the gangsta blogger. Like, yeah, Tax, show these niggas they pussy. For real. I remember when he got into it with Meek and he was like, nigga, yo, my show's in Philly, nigga. I'm going to Philly. I'm like, yeah, Tax, go Tax. But such is the case with the whole internet. The things that a lot of people loved about Tax, look where it's ended with him being it. And you know what all them niggas are gonna say? Oh yeah, we still listen to his podcast. Okay. I'm gonna send my prayers for Tax Stone. I'm gonna send my prayers for Troy Ave. I'm gonna send my prayer for Banga and the other 2 victims. The person who got shot in the back, also the woman who got shot in the face. Okay? Prayers for anybody else who was there who were affected and got PTSD because bullets is flying by your head for this crazy situation that happened. And, as we go forward in the future, listen. We hope that these things don't repeat themselves. Okay? Let's leave it at that. All right, let's get back.
There are over 1,000.
Oh my God. All right. So there's another mute. So let me just back up a bit. They were showing a bunch of stuff on this is a Cellbrite reader right here. I don't know if you can see it. So it says Cellbrite reader. They're just going through the phone or whatever. So this is where I moved off. Okay, here we go.
These are all videos, actually. If you want to go to the selfies, I go to the 10,963 images to show some of those.
I don't know how she's determining your selfies, Judge, but that's enough to
So, for example, in this particular image, it's a screenshot of a FaceTime conversation in which the large image is going to be the person who's on the other line. The local device is going to be the tiny picture up at the top, which is of Mr. Dennis. This is just one of many, many examples.
Can you go back to the main subscriber information page?
In terms of this one,
So where does it show the subscribers?
this is from the device itself.
By the way, another pause again, chat. Am I not right? I be right on the button, nigga. Gunna, a gift, and I'm typing the tweet out right now. A curse is on pace to sell 78K first week. Didn't I say it's going to be between 60 and 80? Come on, man. Big Act don't fail, man. I'm telling you, I'm tapped in, nigga. Tapped in, nigga. I'm tapped in, nigga. Where my tweet at, man? Let's put this shit on the fucking screen, man. Oh, tweet. Oh, I forgot. Yo, Twitter has this 30-second delay when you send a tweet now. I guess like in case you want to think about it and like delete it or something like that. Actually, I think it's a good thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it's a good thing. Okay, Gunna, a gift and a curse, is on pace to sell 78K first week. It's in the range that I expected. I'm gonna be honest. It's on the high end of that spectrum, which is telling me people are really rocking with Gunna. No radio attention, no industry love, still sells 78K. Granted, I think, you know, I don't know how the future might be if he still gets no support consistently, but not a bad offering, I can't lie. Not a bad offer. By the way, the album's growing on me more and more, so that's good. But yeah, 78K for Wunna. Is that a W or L for y'all? Gotta be honest. This money's gonna be used to fund some YSL legal defenses. Shit, it is what it is at this point. I think Gunna is gonna take the approach of, I'm gonna fight back with music. I'm gonna still talk my shit. I don't know who's gonna associate with him. I don't know if he really cares. If he continues to do this well. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest about the industry. This industry is all dick riders. I seen everybody post Thug's album. Man, these niggas don't even know, like, Gunna know Thug more than these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's acting like they're all in solidarity. They were just waiting to see if Gunna was gonna flop. 78K, it's kind of decent. You know what they gonna do now? Yeah, nah, Gunna, nah, we could put out a song now. Man, niggas gonna want to collab with Gunna now. The industry's dick riders. 6ix9ine snitch, yo, nobody want to collab with him. They seen 6ix9ine on Instagram with 2 million people live? Nigga, send me a song. The industry's dick riders. Gunna, you gonna be just fine. You gonna be just fine, Gunna. Just get out of Atlanta. I don't know if he can still move around Cleveland Avenue like that. I don't think Cleveland is gonna tolerate him the same. But it's clear, Wunna gonna be all right. Now remember, he did 150, which is about like double this. But you gotta imagine, he dropped with 1 week notice. I think it only had 12 tracks, right? How many tracks did that shit have? Let me talk about it. Gunna, here we go. Gunna, gift and a curse. No, 15 tracks. No features. No big name producers. Nobody reposting it. He leads with a song, Bread and Butter, which is not a club song. But he's talking his shit on it. He's explaining himself. He didn't do no interview. He still claims he's keeping it P. I think 78K is not that bad. Again, I'm telling you this right now. The reason why the majority of artists ain't speaking out against Gunna is because most of these niggas are trying to go with where the wave goes. So if the ocean wave starts going that way, they go that way. If it goes that way, they go that way. They're trying to see, is Gunna literally drip or drown? If his career goes down, they'll be like, oh, we're good. Yeah, we don't fuck with snitches. Wait, Gunna still lit? Then they're going to look over and be like, is King Slime getting out anytime soon? Oh, 10 years? All right, he'll forget about this collab by the time he get out. Yo, Gunna, let's do the song. That's what's going to happen. So I got to say, I think this is a W for Gunna. And we'll see how he plays it continuing now going into the future. I think that I don't think he's gonna do an interview. I think he if it was a time to do an interview, it would be with this. I've seen some people say a rollout. You're like, come on, bro. Again, it's not like he was trying to. This was a album to get shit off his chest. It did pretty decent. I think he's gonna save any comments he has until the conclusion, or at least a little bit more into the YSL case, that he could not look as so crazy as people, because no matter what he says, people are gonna be like, "But you left Thug in there." So he's just gonna explain through music, and honestly, when he explains it through music instead of talking, because Gunna has never really been great with interviews, if you ask me. People like it. People love the flow. People like his voice. People like his music. Shit. Good shit, Gunna. All right, back to the Melly case.
This is an extraction from Celebrate that phone in terms of information as to user accounts that are on this particular phone. You have YNWMellyBooking@gmail.com. You have YNWMelly, a Twitter account. You have YNWMelly, an Instagram account. You have Melly.Montana, the Snapchat account, which the Snapchat is already in evidence of showing that one. You have Jamel.Demons, a Facebook account as well on that. In terms of the content of the messages themselves as well, show that this was Mr. Demons' phone and that he is sending out information and things personal to himself on this. So there are multiple different types of information to show them.
Judge, if I may, if we were to actually go through all of these, I've informed the court before, you're going to see messages from both of the deceased to their girlfriends, to other people. There's no question that our client had used his phone, but so did all his friends. So this was a phone.
By the way, I'm not to go back to a topic I just kind of finished in the Taxstone and Troy Ave thing. From what I'm hearing, the judge came down extra hard on Taxstone because, again, just think about even the Tory and Meg situation. Imagine if Tory's defense was, "I ain't shoot Meg. Meg shot herself." Taxstone's defense was, Troy Ave had the gun. Troy Ave did the shooting. So essentially, they were blaming a victim. Troy Ave got shot. So Troy Ave is technically listed as a victim, even though he got charged too, right? So he got shot in the initial incident. He then committed a crime by chasing Taxstone out the room with the gun in his hand firing. So I think the judge was especially, harsh because when you blame the victim for shooting himself and shooting and killing his bodyguard, you're playing in front of people's faces, right? Come on, bro. You think we're just gonna go with nigga shot himself and killed his man's just randomly? So I think from what I'm hearing, that's part of it. Anyway, let's get back to the court.
Was Mr. Demon's phone as the 713-9807-772 area code. Then you had, there was one that was listed as a Christopher Thomas phone, another one as a Mr. Withers phone, and another one as Francois, also known as Track's phone. I haven't seen one as being on Mr. Williams. Am I mistaken?
Yes, Your Honor, there was one on Mr. Williams. That was on the initial report. That is the 954-248-9081.
954-248.
9081.
As Mr. Williams, one of the students, you're saying
Yes.
it's his phone?
Correct, that phone, and defense counsel is well aware of the fact that the phone that Mr. Williams had at the time of his death was recovered, and a full file system extraction was done from that phone that shows it was his phone on that, and as well as the fact that the Celebrate extraction that we just went through also has Mr. Williams saved under the name of Twin in the phone of Mr. Demons, in which there's discussions back and forth that identify the 954-248-9081 phone number as that of Mr. Williams. And that there's discussions, for example, that they have gone on trips recently. They have gone to, I believe it was Detroit, there's then again photos of Mr. Williams on the phone of Mr. Demmons in Detroit that are sent back and forth on it.
Regarding this witness, is he going to testify regarding Mr. Williams' phone?
He's going to testify to the locations of that particular cell phone,
And they're
yes.
going to be identified by phone number?
At both.
Anything else?
No.
Anything else?
Just, if you're going to let it in for demonstrative purposes, I would say at the very least that the names are stricken from the reports and or redacted, sorry. And we refer to only the phone numbers, not to the individuals.
Thank you. So we're going to bring the jury in now. As far as that demonstrative, I'm getting conflicting information. I don't want something going before the jury about this is Mr. Demmons' phone or this one's phone, because there's circumstantial evidence to that effect, but I'm not putting that in evidence that way. Just show the portion that shows the maps, and you can talk about the maps and the other thing, but leave out the portion that has at the bottom or creative at the bottom or top that identifies Jamel Demmons' phone.
So-
Chris Williams, just use it by the phone number.
Use it by the phone number. Okay. That's not a problem. So I think I would need just a couple of moments
All
to
right,
adjust that.
go ahead.
Okay.
We're in recess.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Anyway, what's also happening in the sphere is Melly's lawyer. There's a viral mugshot of Melly's lawyer that's going crazy right now. So this lawyer right here has been standing with Melly, and talking to him pretty much a whole trial, and they've been communicating. Not too sure what her role is on the team. I know there's another lawyer who's African American, or not African American. He's black, but he might be Jamaican because he talks to this lead lawyer a lot. He looked like he's almost like maybe, I don't want to say a paralegal, but he's like a researcher. He comes with some facts he always tries to give him on the side that he could present in court. What she does, not too sure, but she seems like the third in command, right? The second is the white dude who's been saying objection at least the last trial date or on Friday or Thursday. But this woman, she's been here, like really kind of look like she's been keeping them in high spirits. I mean, I kind of knew. She gave me that type of vibe, like she'll smuggle a perk underneath her titty. Like that's the vibe she give me. You feel me? Like she'll come through with some, you know what I mean? She come through with some loud. You feel me? Whatever you need, man. You need some yerkes. You need some like whatever you need. She got it. You know what I mean? And she do got like a big rotund. You know what I mean? Backside, so you know what I mean, she might be happy, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't even know why she got locked up, but it wasn't recently. This is like an old mugshot. But I think this is a good thing, though. I'm gonna tell you why. This proves to me that she's been on both sides of the law. Here she is defending YNW Melly, who's accused of a double homicide, but here she is probably accused of something herself. So she knows how it feels to be in that tank. She knows how it feels to being incarcerated. She knows how it feels to go through the system and how shitty that could be. And I think that probably, listen, I'm not somebody that, I don't want no fucking angel. It's like, you want somebody who could at least understand a little bit. So I think this is a good thing. So I'm not shaming her for it. You know what I mean? So kudos to her. All right. They've been taking recesses like crazy. All right. Let's see if we go live again. All right, we're waiting live to see whenever it comes back. Wow, this is still shocking to me. Troy Ave really sentenced to 35 years. No, tax on me. Let me see if I can get some other sources. It probably is going to be coming in. Oh, here we go. Complex with an article. Mark Elliott. Here we go. Sean Soterio says he's sentenced, blah, blah, da, da, da. Okay. I'm hoping to see something soon on it. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, New York.
Okay. Let me see. This guy, it's AGTV. He's been like really good in like covering this stuff. By the way, did y'all see this video? They said this is his new. They said there's a glitch in the Matrix. There was a bird just suspended in air, not moving.
That's freaking weird, man. Isn't it? Yeah, like there's someone else taking a picture.
They said that's the bird, and it's not moving. It's not flapping or nothing.
Yeah, I don't see any like. I don't see anything like.
I'm ready to drive.
Yeah. What if it just dropped all of a sudden? Wouldn't that be freaky?
Okay, well, let's go before it just drops on us. So weird.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. Anyway, I'm waiting to see. What the fuck? By the way, Andrew Tate, the guy who interviewed Andrew Tate, is back. The hell?
Dă-mă să mă filmeze pe mine. Dați-mă mai în spate, back, privat.
This road is public. Nu e public, e privat. Unul, police, privat. Okay, we just want to ask some questions to Andrew.
No, it's not possible.
So you need to give him the right to respond. Andrew, I know you can hear me, so I'm just going to ask it one more time. We've seen internal chat logs from the Warham's Telegram group that demonstrate that the Warham... What's that? Sorry? I'm asking you about the internal chat logs from the Telegram group of the Warham that demonstrate that the Warham is actually a society that trains men how to groom women. So do you maintain that this is all still a matrix?
Is this today after it was announced that he's being charged? This kid is like obsessed.
Attack and that there's no evidence, or what's your position on the indictment?
Oh, it is today.
What's that? Talk to us tomorrow. Chocolates? You must realize how silly that question sounds alongside my question, which is about human trafficking.
Pune mâna pe mine. Puneți mâna pe mine. Aveți dreptul să filmați înăuntru? Aveți dreptul să filmați înăuntru? Ceea ce se întâmplă.
Nu filmezi, asta e stradă privată, băine, dacă tot vrei să mă filmezi.
You know, I don't like how this dude carries himself. You know, again, I don't like to call myself a journalist or whatever, but like being someone in the media, like never come across like the super bottom feeder nigga. Like, bro, you're outside the nigga's house. Bro, you're just like there trying to annoy him. Like, dog, you got your interview with him like twice. Like, bro, just fuck off. Fuck off, my dude. Like, you just look like a nuisance. Like, we're just staying in Romania just hoping to get, like... Looks like, bruh, come on. Have some pride about yourself. Nigga, have some pride about yourself, dog. Let me see what Andrew Tate has said since he got indicted. Here we go. Ooh, here's a 13-minute video. Okay. Are we back on the Melly trial yet? Nope. All right, good. I'm watching this 13-minute thing. Here we go.
So I just wanted to have an informal conversation. I was going to put a suit on and do this formally, but I think it's better if I do this informally. Highlighting some of the things that everybody already knows about how the Matrix operates and what they're trying to do to me and what I believe is going to happen next. It's quite interesting that they are attacking me and attempting to vilify me at the exact same time, whereas real predators, which work for the media establishment, are being ousted. So it's really interesting to do a juxtaposition and do a comparison, right, between how they will treat Philip Schofield, who is confirmed as a groomer, who is admitting he has committed sexual crimes, and how they'll treat me, a man with no convictions and no admission of sexual crimes. Look at the differences in the headlines. Look at how soft they are in their interviews with him.
You've had quite the week. How are you?
Look at how now after only 2 or 3 days, the headlines are saying we should forgive him and feel sorry for him and let him off. Whereas me, who's been under constant media assault for over a year, they never let up. They never change. Someone sent me a clip yesterday of Philip Schofield saying he's going to kill himself and how sad he is.
Last week, if my daughters hadn't been there, then I wouldn't be here.
Why do they keep pushing me? Why do they keep pushing me, playing the sympathy card? And all the headlines are now like, yeah, we can't keep attacking this poor man. For 1 year they've attacked me, and they will not stop. And this highlights the difference between the people who are on the side of the establishment and the people who are not on the side of the establishment. I've been offered to sell my soul very many times. I want everyone at home to understand, you do not become the most Googled man on earth, especially amongst a demographic of young men which have money to spend, without very large companies and corporations becoming extremely interested in you. I've been offered $50 to $60 million by companies I'm not going to name. All I had to do was shut up. Shut up, take the money, wear the stupid hat, wave around the stupid drink, whatever it is, and continue to agree with whatever the Matrix says, regardless of my own personal feelings, my personal views and beliefs, and just push it on the minds of young children. And I refuse to do that. I refuse to sell my soul. If I would have sold my soul to a large corporation, and then this attack happened, which I very much doubt this level of Matrix attack would have even happened to me, but if it did, then this large corporation would speak to the media, and the media would be treating me like they treat Philip Schofield. They wouldn't be treating me as an enemy, they would treat me as an ally. All I had to do was sell my soul, and I refused. The recent BBC interview that took place, I don't think most people understand genuinely how snaky that interview was. The reason I had to destroy her so ruthlessly is because of how the interview was set up. When I was in jail, the BBC was constantly trying to get me to give an interview over the phone, and I refused. When I left jail, the BBC begged me for an interview, daily, begging me. And for 3 months, I refused. Eventually, once I understood, after my 3rd month of house arrest, what the Romanian government is going to do to me, which we're going to discuss shortly, I thought now would be a good time to give an interview. BBC begged me, saying that Romania has one of the most corrupt justice systems in Europe, that there's serious problems with the case, lots of evidence that's been leaked shows Andrew's innocent, that Andrew's side of the story hasn't been heard, that we're interested in fair and unbiased journalism, that we don't want to come there and do a hit piece, we want to speak to him and try and find out the truth of what's happening. In fact, we're going to send you the questions we want to ask in advance. I'm not a coward. I never ask for questions in advance. I don't care, because I'm a professional, and I will destroy anyone instantly. But they sent us a list of questions, which was shown to me, and I was like, well, those are actually interesting questions. What's my mental health like? What's Romanian jail like? What's it like being in a courtroom where everyone's speaking a language you don't understand and having your liberty deprived of you? I thought, this is going to be an interesting interview. I agree. The BBC, all nice smiles and all lies, sent us this entire spiel, turned up, turned the cameras on, sat down, and attacked me.
Have you ever put any and applied any psychological control on any of the women you dated?
No, and I respect women. This idea that that I'm so much smarter that I can hypnotize somebody, I think is extremely misogynistic idea. I think your idea is misogynistic to believe that women don't have their own free thoughts and free minds. They attempted to sucker punch me. They attempted to shake my hand and knock me out with a sucker punch once the cameras were on, to hit me when I was off guard. They expected me to be off guard, ready to talk about my mental health, and hit me with these questions and me make a fool of myself, unaware that I'm a master of Aikido. And when you attempt to sucker punch me, it simply misses, and I destroy you.
I think we're done.
Yep. Unmatched perspicacity. Just because I'm the best there's ever been, and me, with my quick thinking and nearly incomparable wit, can sit and destroy a professional reporter and her entire research team's preparation, just because I make that look easy, doesn't mean I should be forced to succumb to these unfortunate circumstances. 99% of the population, if they were tricked the way I was tricked, would look a fool on camera. They were very prepared to try and make a fool of me. But I'm the best there's ever been. Did they do this to Philip Schofield? No. Where was the BBC's outrage when Rolf Harris or Jimmy Savile were touching children? They don't care. Where's the BBC's outrage when certain other people, high level in society, members of the royal family, are caught having pictures with minors? They don't care. But they will continue to try and convince you that I am something I am not on repeat over and over and over again. These people are worse than disingenuous. They are worse than simply liars. They are evil. They are a club. And if you sell your soul and join the club, they offer you protection. And if you don't, they aim to destroy you, which is what they're trying to do to me. The reason I decided to give the interview to the BBC is because I now believe that the next step, and I'm going to call it, because I've called everything that's happened to me so far. Look at my old interviews. I said, stage 2, they're going to try and put me in jail. I understand that you get 3 strikes in this game. Strike 1 is they try and shut you up and discredit you, which I've just been through. Strike 2 is they try and put you in jail for no reason. And strike 3 is they kill you. The truth is this. So I knew it was coming. I absolutely not knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. Yeah, I'd never kill myself. Don't fucking try. But, bro, because that's what's next. That's what's next. It's scary. I'm telling you, everyone thinks I'm paranoid. Everyone thinks I'm crazy.
So it's like every single organization on the face of the planet is corrupt. This is what I say to people. I say, listen, and I'm going to say this on this podcast now because I say it on every other one. I would never, ever kill myself. I truly believe they're going to come and they're going to try and kill me on a long enough time frame because they tried to shut me up and I won't shut up. They're either going to try and put me in jail or they're going to kill me. And I would never kill myself under any circumstances ever. And the reason I say this, and I say this to people, and they go, but what can they put you in jail for? And I'm like, how ignorant are you in your ignorance to believe they need a reason? You believe it's fair. You believe I can get a lawyer and prove myself innocent. That's not how it works. They decide you're guilty long before and they find a reason why. And it doesn't matter what you do about it, you will pay the fucking price. It's not fair. None of it is. Every single system's corrupt. It actually annoys me when people say that to me. Well, just get a lawyer. Why? They can't put you in jail if you're innocent. Yes, they fucking can. And that's what people don't understand about the world. They can and they do and they fucking will. And that's what's scary. I'm going to call what's going to happen next. The Matrix is extremely angry. And they are angry because their weapons aren't working. I remain unfazed. This is the first time in history someone who's canceled became more popular than before. This is the first time in history where a full broadside of media lies for over a year across every single outlet that they control has failed. Nobody believes them. Nobody. So now what do they do? Well, I believe the UK is going to try and raise charges against me. Don't know what for. I've done nothing wrong. Something's going to appear from nowhere. In fact, I will say that I have some very high-level friends and some whistleblowers who are confirming exactly that to me. They've looked at me and thought, we have to get this guy. What's he done? Nothing. Find something. Who cares? Get some papers, move some papers around, get a judge who'll stamp them, and put him in jail. It doesn't matter that I've done nothing wrong. I also want to say that I believe the Romanian government is going to charge me. They're not going to charge me because they have any evidence. They're not going to charge me because I'm guilty of anything. They're going to charge me because after a 14-month investigation, 6 months of arrest, which is the maximum they can possibly give me without charge, I don't think they can just drop this. Imagine they just drop this tomorrow. Oh, we made it all up. Imagine that. What choice do they have but to charge me? If they charge me, I have to go to trial. Now, of course, I still believe in Romanian justice. I really, truly believe that even with Romanian justice systems or matrix-controlled justice systems, I will be found innocent. Because I know the case file, I know what's in it. But that's going to take years. They're going to waste 1.5 to 2 years of my life, make me go to trial. Then when I'm found not guilty, it's been years. Who cares, right? Distance from event. If they drop it now, it's the biggest story in the world. They can't drop it. They're going to charge me. They're not going to charge me because I've done anything wrong. They're going to charge me because that's how the Matrix works. Unfortunately, I'm up against an enemy which I can't really, truly beat.
I can't beat them. All I can do is continue to discredit them to the point where nobody believes them anymore. And I cannot do that without having perspicacious, intelligent people at home who are analyzing the situation and truly understand what is happening to me. If I have to martyr myself, if I have to some degree sacrifice my liberty and the quality of my life to highlight how the Matrix operates, how the legal system and the media work hand in hand to try and convince the populace somebody is guilty before a judge says they are guilty because they have pre-decided to say this person is guilty because of his wrong think. If I have to sacrifice myself to do those things, then I guess at least my imprisonment is a noble one. And I'm a man. And although Romanian jail is as close to hell as you can find on planet Earth, if I have to suffer it, I will do that because I will not sell my soul. The point of this video is only to highlight and make clear the differences in how the people inside of the club are treated versus the people who are outside of the club. And also for me to predict the future for everyone to understand. When new charges come, when new countries attempt to attack me, when the Matrix unrelentingly continues to print lies about me and try to convince the world that I am a bad person, I hope it does nothing else but show the world that I am a good person. These people are liars. The people they tell you are good are not good. The people they tell you are bad are the good ones. Do not believe a word that they say. All in all, my predictions for the future are not certain. My future is certainly not certain. Whether I'll continue to breathe or continue to be free, nobody knows. But the one thing I can guarantee to absolutely everybody at home, and anybody who believes in me and my message,
this nigga's a great fucking talker.
And anybody who listens to me speak, I will never sell my soul, I will never be controlled, and I will never lie.
Nigga, I'm going to topg.com to sign up, nigga. This nigga knows, like, this nigga could talk. The free Tate shirt, $100? That's it? To fight the Matrix? Oh, hell, man. Chat, what size y'all think I wear? I'm at an XL. Wait, there's only 967 left? Come on, man. I'm gonna put this in after. That nigga's gonna see my credit card info, man. I wish this was in black. Topg.com. Free Top G. Oh, there's a website in the back here. FreeTopG.com. Let's go. FreeTopG.com. It's like he almost prepared for this. Oh shit. It's like the Matrix. Put your email in here. Real chat nigga at gmail.com. Let's see, let's subscribe. Confirm. Okay, let's confirm. We gotta fight this fucking Matrix game. Tate's such an amazing talker, I kid you not. I think he also tweeted about like the things that was like taken from him. Apparently he had $380 million taken from him in crypto, which sounded crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought the nigga was capping a little bit how rich he was. Nigga, I didn't know he had $380 million. Nigga, I thought he was capping. Where is it at? Let me see if I can see it. Oh, you been tweeting a lot today. Jesus Christ. 380. I'm trying to search it. Look. Update. DICOT noted in their indictment to confiscate over $300 million US from the Tate brothers in cryptocurrency. 15 luxury cars, 14 luxury watches, 15 lands of buildings. Oh my God. Nah, these niggas was having it. Lord. 380? God damn, my boy was eating good out here. All right. Again, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell if this is. I know. By the way, he's drawn a really interesting parallel between this Matrix conversation, the actual movie, and what some people might just be like. These are just bigger entities and governments who might see him as a enemy to the state in the fact that he's influencing young men. I try to leave room for just all possibilities, right? Maybe his fame has drawn attention. Like, put it like this: if you do a hit and run and you're relatively unknown, you might get away with it if they don't have everything to catch you. If you're like one of the most famous people on earth, it's hard to get away with crime. I always said there is no famous criminals, really. Right? Like, if you're a famous criminal, it's only a matter of time before the government comes and gets you. So, is it Tate's actual crimes that's coming to catch up to him, or are they that threatened by him? Right? The Matrix terminology is a cool one, but when I hear him talk about that, that's tongue in cheek for me. I move that to the left. It appears that his fame has probably not helped him because, well, obviously it's helped him in terms of luxuries and money he got, but it looks like if you have all these places investigating you for the same crime, right? It's always some human trafficking shit. Do I think he's guilty? I don't think so. But I would think they would be a little bit more creative to make up some other shit. Like, if you're just trying to just lock the guy up, make up some other shit. And by the way, I'm also saying that to say they might make up some other shit later. Because once you hear they take $380 million, the next thing they usually start saying is, did he pay taxes? So again, I feel bad for them. But also, I guess I don't know. It's interesting when Tate says, you guys hear their side, you don't hear ours. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tate. We only hear y'all side. We don't speak Romanian. We don't even know who the victims are. We've never heard the prosecutor make any statement, ever. We just hear what's kind of coming out in news reports. So really, I'm taking the Tates at their word, mostly. When they said, yo, there are no victims, and then the other side is saying there's 7 victims. I'm like, well, they say there's no victims. Like, what's the truth? I don't know. Regardless, it's clear that Andrew Tate was planning for this day all along. I'm guessing they had some indication that this was going to happen. I wonder what's going to happen with their home release. I hope that they don't go back to jail. I don't think these guys are going to flee. And by the way, if there's a big push to get them back incarcerated when they have done nothing wrong while being on house arrest, this is where you get me to start putting on that tinfoil hat, and I'm saying, yo, they want these guys to shut the fuck up. And the reason, and the fact that he's now free doing interviews, very back publicly engaging with the masses again, they want him to be in a dungeon. And that's where I might agree with him with his thought on, even if it takes a couple years and he beats the case, at least they get a couple years of getting him out of the public's eye. Like, just shut up, get away, let's lessen the influence. And I'm hoping that's not the case, but, history hasn't been too nice with us just thinking that there are no nefarious objectives when it comes to shit like this. So I'm just keep my eyes open. I just don't know. Anyway, let's see if we go back to Melly's situation. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Law and crimes. They might be done for the day. I think they're done for the day, aren't they? Yeah, they're probably.
And to go.
Yeah.
To connect the dots with various pieces of evidence in order to get that before the jury and prove your case beyond a reasonable doubt. But I want to shift now to the defense side. When you have, you're confronted for your client with a circumstantial case from the prosecution, you want to sort of pick apart the evidence and seek to exclude whatever points of evidence that the prosecution is looking to put forth before the jury so they can't connect those dots. What do you think with this piece of evidence? What do you think the goal is for the defense with this particular piece of evidence? And do you think if they are able to get it excluded, that's going to be a significant blow to the prosecution's case?
Yeah, so a few things, okay? Number one, I want to jump back a little bit because all of this should be viewed in the context of Melly's life is on the line. This is a death penalty case. It doesn't get any more serious in the United States of America. And so I want to push back a little bit because when people are talking about body language and they're talking about laughing in the courtroom, they're talking about professionalism. And you can be a good lawyer and you can still slip up. I've seen very, very good lawyers become, friendly with their clients or have a rapport with their clients, which we need to have. But the courtroom ain't the place for it. Go talk to them at the jail if you want to laugh. So it has nothing to do with her gender. It has nothing to do with anything nefarious. That is severe. You are not.
All right, we'll get back to this in a second. Really, they're done for the day. It's 5 o'clock. The jury ain't coming back in. They're done for the day. We do got some shit here. Russell, we got you here, buddy. You see, Russell, you was just cooling out in Bali, gang. But clearly you wanted to be the subject of some conversation when you start talking about me. Don't worry. You can talk about me because I like talking about people too. All right? Let me see if I can find your ass on this bitch again. I'll go to here. Hip Hop DX. Here we go. Russell Simmons, $100K court loss to ex-wife comes to light amid family drama. What's this? Now, they claim that Radar Online reported about this, and I got the link here. Russell Simmons, not Westbrook, was ordered to pay his ex-wife, Kimora Lee, $100K months before daughter's accusation of verbal abuse and erratic behavior. That's interesting. Let's read. Russell Simmons suffered a huge loss in court in the disgraced former music exec's battle with his ex-wife, only months before his daughter's. Hold on, let me small. Okay. Now, I didn't know this. Aoki shared a video, but I forget all that. This is the interesting part. As Radar Online first reported, Russell sued his ex-wife and her investment bank account spouse, accusing them of stealing 4 million shares that he owned in the energy drink Celsius. By the way, I hear Celsius is booming. I think that's what Flowrider owns, right?